Do you know that many realtors can stay in this business for years and still remain broke? Not that the business is not productive or is not fruitful, it's because of the habits that they have entertained, and that is what is making them stay broke. On these videos, I will be talking about the habits and how to overcome these habits that make 90% of realtors stay broke in the business. Now, my name is Solomon Ibuhu, a real estate consultant based here in the city of Asaba. I help young realtors like you make their first millions or their next million in real estate transaction. Now, the first habit that makes realtors very broke is they treat real estate as a side hustle. Now, I always tell people this real estate business is a very jealous business, right? You can't afford to treat it as a side hustle. It's fine that you have other streams of income, other businesses that you're doing, but then ensure that real estate business is your major source of income and that it should get at least 90% attention of your time. So why treat a business that could give you the bulk of funds that you're looking for, as a passive or as a side hustle? So a lot of realtors are guilty of this. They treat real estate business as their side hustle. So that shouldn't be. So ensure that real estate business should be your major business, while other businesses could be your side business, while you give much time and attention to real estate. That way, you will not stay broke, right? Now, the second thing is that they don't spend on learning. In this business, it's all about learning. You learn every day. You learn every day in real estate business. And if you stop learning, you stop earning. That's the fact. Once you stop learning in this business, you stop earning. Ensure that you invest in yourself. Personal development is key in real estate business. Ensure that you buy books. I give myself targets every month. At least one book must go down. I read at least one book every month. So in a year, I read approximately 12 books in 12 months. So invest in books, invest in trainings, paid trainings. Ensure that you attend paid trainings or even free trainings, right? Ensure that you go for trainings, watch videos, podcasts on real estate, watch educative videos on real estate that will equip you, right, with the right knowledge. So ensure that you spend more on learning. Now, number three habit of broke realtors is that they don't follow up. Now, follow up is key. In this business, if you don't follow up, you are leaving a lot of millions on the table and you are at loss already. So ensure that you follow up. Do not disturb. Because a lot of times I hear, realtors, young realtors say that, I don't like following up because I don't want to disturb the client. You're not disturbing the client. You're only making the client know that you are still in the picture. You are still available. You're still available. That's the essence of follow up. You're not disturbing them. It's not called disturbance. Although we won't dispute the fact that a lot of realtors tend to disturb their prospects, leading those prospects to either blocking them or deleting their numbers from their phone. So there's a way to follow up. In subsequent videos, I will be talking about follow up, on how to follow up effectively to millions, follow up into millions. And then on that video, I'll share some insights on steps by step on how to follow up. So ensure that you follow up diligently. Number four is that they depend solely on referrals. You cannot build a real estate business solely on referrals. You need to create a system where you generate leads on a daily basis. Now, have you asked yourself this? What if people stop referring my business? How will I survive? How will I cope? So don't just put, your whole 100% trust on referrals, or you're so dependent on referrals alone, right? Create out systems that will keep generating leads for you, even if people are not referring your business, but create out, a system of lead generation for you, at least one new lead per day. So ensure that you do these four things. Now, these four habits has kept many realtors stagnant and broke. But on this, you can actually overcome these things by what I've actually shared with you right now, right? Ensure that you start learning, go for trainings, invest in yourself, buy books, right? Ensure that you create systems that could generate leads for you. Number three is that ensure that you don't make real estate your side hustle. Make it your main business. Make it your main hustle. Give it all you've got. Ensure that it gets your 100% attention, and by that way you start making money from this business. I know a lot of realtors watching this video right now are in that stage of their business whereby they are just there depending on hope, on luck. Maybe one day I might be lucky, somebody might just come here and buy. So I want you to reach out to me, right? I will help you, create systems, reform those habits, put away those bad habits, and then we'll start, you know, creating systems for you where you can, start generating leads and start making sales per month, per month. Reach out to me. My name is Solomon Ibuhu, and I help young realtors like you make their first million or their next million. See you on the next video.